What up, Nevada? Hanging out for a little bit tonight. I do not feel very good. So, going to be taking it easy. Why the fuck are these all tangled up in here? Come on now. Fuck off. There we go. Think I caught... Oh, what up? Happy birthday. A very happy birthday to you, friend. Oh. Just now, like right now, it's your birthday, like September 13th. Happy fucking birthday, especially, or either way, like if I'm the first one to tell you happy birthday, that's even better. I like that. I love when that happens. I always try to be people's very first happy birthdays. So if it is like just now your birthday, very, very happy birthday to you, friend. I don't know if y'all can tell, but my lungs are heavy. Got some chunky lungs right now. It's because I was vaping in my sleep, and I know I was doing it. I know for a fact I was doing it because, for one, I woke up the next day and my fucking throat was on fire. This was 2 nights ago, and because my vape was dead. Oh, hi, Bunny. September 12th. Oh, yesterday. So a few minutes after your birthday. Either way, happy birthday though. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff in my sleep sometimes. I eat in my sleep. I vape in my sleep sometimes. But the reason I vape in my sleep is because I vape before I go to bed in the first place. You know how when you take a rip of a vape, you get that like kind of heavy feeling, that floaty, kind of like head rush, kind of like disconnected. So I've used that to settle my body and my mind. So I use the vape to help go to sleep. But that's not going to work anymore if I keep the vape next to me at all times during the night, and I do so at night. If I wake up at night and I'm like, oh damn, I need to go back to sleep, but I'm not even fucking awake. I'm half awake. Just need to lay the fuck back down, and I'm just sitting there chiefing on a vape. It's not good for me. I have bad lungs in the first place. Oh, no worries. Last night was a short stream. Or did we stream last night? Hang on, we did. No, we didn't. We didn't stream on, did we stream on YouTube? I don't even remember. My head is pressurized. Another reason I don't feel so good is because I, ate a bunch of salt. I made fried rice, and I put a whole pound of shrimp in it. I made an entire cup of rice, a whole pound of shrimp, some fucking Italian sausage, that you fry the sausage up before you cook anything else, and you get that sausage oil, spicy sausage oil. Oof. Yeah, and my dumbass put fucking Spam in there too because I had a little chunk of it left, and I was like, I might as well fry this up and put it in there and chop it up and fried rice too. So just oil, salt, did not help how I feel. I feel bloated. I'm full of water. My eyes are swollen. I need to not eat in my sleep. I need to not vape in my sleep, and I need to not eat so much fucking salt. So much salt. Like I said, though, y'all know me. I pretty much fucking drink soy sauce. Oh, I love it. I found this soy sauce too. It's my new favorite one. Y'all want to see this? This is how bad it is too. I got this soy sauce the last time I got groceries. It's empty. There's a corner of it left. This is so good. Show you soy sauce. Let's see how much sodium is in this. A serving size is 1 tablespoon? Fuck off. No way. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. 970 milligrams of sodium per tablespoon. 40 servings per container. I'd say I easily had about 5 or 6 servings last night. That's legitimately like 6 grams of sugar, or salt. I ate half the fried rice. So I ate half a pound of shrimp. I ate half a cup of rice. A lot of Italian sausage. Yeah, this is making a lot of sense now. Why I woke up just swollen and my eyes, I couldn't fucking see. I woke up and my eyes were like this. I was like, oh no, I'm sick, but nope. I just needed to get up. I've been chugging water. I feel a lot better. Oh god, that's funny. Definitely would have gotten sick though if I hadn't have caught it. Cause my lungs, I get chronic bronchitis. Does it have the percentage? What do you mean? Oh yeah, sodium is 42%. It's literally salt. It's salt. Let's see. It's salt, yeah. No fat, no trans fat, no cholesterol, 10 calories per serving, 1 gram carbs, 2 grams of protein, and nearly an entire gram of salt. 970 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams is a gram. 30 milligrams off a full gram of salt. Yeah, no wonder I like that. No wonder I really like that soy sauce. Fuck me. Okay, yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Let me drink a lot more water now. I literally had maybe 6 grams of salt last night. Yeah, that's almost 3 times your daily intake of salt. I need to not do that. That's gonna give me fucking heart problems. That's gonna do a lot of bad stuff. Hi Sky, hi friends, hello everyone. Yeah. 47% sodium per serving, and about 3 times your daily intake of it. That's why I look like this right now. My eyes, I don't know if you can see. I did just take a rip as well, so that'll add to it. But like my face is so swollen. I'm looking at myself in the video now. My eyes, you can see my eyelids are just like. Oh, such good fried rice though. Like I said, I hadn't made it like that in a very long time, and it was perfect. It was absolutely delicious. And so on to our next subject, YouTube. I messaged them, and yeah, I'm retaining water. I wonder if I weighed myself, if I weigh extra right now too. Be like, yeah, we've gained extra weight. Definitely water heavy right now. That's why I'm so slow and shit. Water heavy on the brain too. Yeah. YouTube, I have no idea. So I think we're just gonna need to wait a couple more days. I think the counter is still just catching up. I don't know. I think they're doing it on purpose. I think this is one of the ways that they keep more of their money for longer. They keep people streaming here. They keep people here doing stuff longer than not pay them when they should be paying them. What can you do? But we like I said, it went down again today. It went from we were at 4970, now it's at 4900. We lost 70 watch hours. So keep playing the videos on your other devices. I guess I am too, just in case. But I think we might just need to wait a couple more days for it to catch back up. But if not, then we just need to stream more, I guess. Yeah, whenever we monetize, we're gonna do more stuff like that. Tonight, I think we're just gonna do YouTube again. We'll watch some how it's made, maybe. We finished most of how it's made. We're just gonna hang out for a little bit. I think I am gonna blow a little bit of glass, but a little bit later. Cause I need to turn the kiln on first, anyways. Mantis toboggan. It may not count for multiple devices. That makes a lot of sense because my dumbass has been over here with like 6 different devices. And I'm like, why aren't these numbers numbering? That would make a lot of sense. Rabo, lo-fi, new metal. No, we're gonna go Fucking. I have so much. Yeah, I can tell my brain is just extra heavy with water pressure in my brain. We didn't finish Unwrapped. We have not finished the ones that they have of that on here. Yes, thank you. We didn't make it through all of these. Oh yeah, that's just I'm not. I have no energy to get the voice to actually change my voice right now. So y'all are getting unfiltered me. This is what I actually sound like for the most part. I don't have any energy to mask right now. So this is raspy, deep voice me. And heavy eye behind the nose pressure me. I can just feel it. We did make it through most of this. I'm more slowed down than anything. I feel like my lungs aren't lunging right now. Okay, we were around here. I remember we didn't make it. Yo, magic gumball machines. Yes, please. Give me them ones. Oh Jesus. I want the ones that.
Welcome back to Unwrapped. In today's
the ones in the big rectangle box. Y'all remember that had the ones that do the different stuff that go through it.
These chimney choppers were first introduced in 1997. Take a peek at a company that still has a ball with them absolutely every day. Lights.
Mytho.
Action.
Hi, Mytho.
This jaw-dropping kingdom.
Sorry, I wasn't reading.
Yeah,
Right there. That's where you go.
Parts, which are the cylinder and the gumball globe, are made out of the polycarbonate, which is a Lexan.
Lucy's getting a haircut right now. Well, actually, they're both getting a haircut. I cut the fronts of her feet, and I cut part of her mohawk off.
1 to 3,000
It was a little too knotted for me to
scaled-down versions for those who
section it out.
To vend in private.
But she still got a good chunk of it
Classic for die-hard gummaholics.
into her head hair. I banned on TikTok. I have someone who is heavily invested in my downfall and mass reports all my stuff, and sometimes TikTok flags us for illegal sales and regulated goods, even though we make sure not to show any of those on there. They sometimes get me for dangerous activities, but I message the admins enough times to be like, yo, this is literally my job. Yeah, people have dangerous jobs. What can you do about that? Ooh, look at that. And they're like, okay, that's valid. But now, I remember that shit. Now, it's just legal sales and regulated goods. So we gotta be careful with what we show the camera more, I guess. Yeah.
Inspiration, and I'm thinking,
even though we say,
it's like candy, let's go ahead and turn it into candy.
This isn't what it is, or this isn't that. I guess we can't show, like, the entire back side of this piece anymore. I think one time I went like that. I think I showed that side of it. Who knows?
We start off with getting
probably just someone mass reporting.
We can find, and we take that dextrose and mix
it
into big giant candy.
Here's this with the bowl.
And then we mix in different flavors.
We'll keep the bowl pretty simple, but the bowl is silverfused on the joint.
Sour flavors like
Very
raspberry
nice.
that pack a pucker.
Sandy candy is made sour from a special ingredient called malic acid, and malic acid
Malic
is derived
acid.
from apples.
And before flavors mix up,
Sandy
the
candy
drum must be carefully sealed.
The bowl pieces, right? The skull,
Sandstorm all over our factory.
or the mushrooms.
Sandy candy
Could be the mushrooms too. Our mushrooms are extra mushroomy.
55 squeeze bottles. We use a squeeze bottle to make it easy for
Yeah,
us.
you can see
We
the
want
stem
to
through
provide
the bottom of that.
everything, and we don't want to have to mess around with funnels or.
We'll be a little bit more
anything that's
careful.
gonna make
We're
the
lucky it's
product
only a
difficult
week. Last time they banned the entire account.
simple as 1, 2, 3.
Don't worry, I'm not drinking a lot of coffee. I know that was just to hydrate me more.
Containers make playing with this food fun.
Yeah, and I was calling them sculptures too. We were calling them mushroom sculptures, so.
We have different fun shapes.
Oh, that looks fun. I want to be able to take a bite out of it though.
Flowers, baby bottle necklaces.
Baby bottle top.
And if you filled up enough foot-long straws,
And it was
500,000 pounds of sandy candy produced each year,
just fucking
you'd have enough to
flavored sugar.
fill up a beach.
It's making my mouth water though, because they had sour kinds that I used to get as well. Just straight sour sugar. When's the meetup? A while probably. I gotta make some money first. I gotta pay off the old credit cards before we start spending any kinds of money like that.
We all grew up with and still love. We call them All-American Eats.
Yeah, it's pretty much pixie sticks, but if y'all remember,
The All-American.
those were the ones in the little round, not the turnstile things, but you'd go into the candy shops and they'd have the little nozzles with the different powdered sugar, or not the powdered sugar, the flavored sugar that goes around it. That was a precursor to that. You could collect the different bottles from the different candy shops and go to different ones and fill them back up with the fucking flavored sugar. And I was one of the ones who would do that because they were actually really, really good. Look at this. Look at her. Look at them staring. Look at how much they're judging. I'm like, damn, this bitch. But yeah, I had a couple of the things. They had one of the tall ones where they had it kind of looked like a pina colada bottom, but a smaller version of it that you could fill up. I have one of those. Good
Girl
shit.
Scout cookie. Did you know there's a surprise to the Samoa shape that adds to the caramely taste?
Yes,
Don't keep
Lexi.
your secret formula locked in a vault.
We did.
For the first time, they've shared other secrets with us.
Very
We all
happy.
like that
Oh,
bit of
speaking
chocolate
of
at the
new
bottom
tubing
a
and new
Nestle
setup,
breadstick, but
this
did you know
tubing
at that
and
shop, they used to make little.
we have a new setup using the tubing that we got last time. We actually have 3 oxygen concentrators now. 3 instead of 2. So our oxygen is going to fill up at a third faster of the rate. My dumbass, like I always say, I'm the dumbest smart person y'all will ever meet. I thought my other oxygen concentrator that I had in the garage was broken, and I took it out of the garage because I had my day off, and I was like, well, what the fuck am I going to fill this day with? And I ended up filling it with taking apart machinery that I thought was broken. But it ended up being fruitful because I popped it open, the fucking case of it, and I realized the tubing on the inside was just spun around and was crimped off. So I replaced the tubing in there, put it all back to where it should be, and now we've got a third oxygen concentrator all hooked up. And those fuckers are expensive. The reason I started the project in the first place is because I looked up how much extra ones were, and they're fucking $1,800 to $3,000 just for the concentrators. I think they had a spike or whatever since COVID, people needing oxygen. So the oxygen concentrator price skyrocketed because people over there. So refurbished the third one, not refurbished it, I tore it apart. It's still pretty much torn apart, but it's feeding oxygen to the thing whenever we need it to. More progress. Oh yeah, double check you're on live and on live chat. No, yeah, I fucking hate TikTok. I'm sad though because we were doing so good on the numbers there. That we were doing wild on the fucking numbers there again. And we got a bunch of new subscribers, and I'm sad that we're not going to be there for them because they subscribed on there for a week. So that is another thing about TikTok that I want to try to avoid by spending more of our time here is that doesn't happen here. I mean that's exclusively a TikTok thing where they'll completely suspend your access to going live just because you get mass reported, and that's also an exclusively TikTok thing is we get mass reported there. Yeah, super inflation, inflation plus the fact that they are what they are. They're medical grade oxygen concentrators. And the pandemic, I imagine that saw a skyrocket in hospitals looking for new or more of those in general. So Makes sense. I do remember hearing about there being a quote-unquote oxygen shortage or something there for a little bit. Mine isn't technically hospital or medical quality, where I would have offered my services, my tanks. You're on both? Fuck yeah, you get 2 entries into the giveaway whenever we do finally fucking monetize, whenever that ends up happening. It's because of my horrible attitude. It's because I'm such a narcissist, right? Yeah, it's because I'm. What did that one person say? Because I wasn't paying attention to them. My ego, or something. Like, wow, you can't even answer questions. You need to check your ego. It's just because I'm so egotistic, y'all.
Chevy kicks by hand, but now they make 200 every
in my
minute.
mouth.
We've got a pair of Jacks. Hungry Jack and, well, Jack. Plus,
I thought that was coconut shavings for a sec, and it really threw me off to find out that it was hash browns.
All American Eats coming up next on Unwrapped. American favorites, hot dogs and potato chips. Prepare yourself for the hot dog flavored chip. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah, the black hole pendant we made. And yeah, it was because I blocked myself off over here. Hang on.
70 hot dogs and
it was because I wasn't reading chat, right?
Incredible.
I'm not gonna read chat there anymore. If we do end up going back, by the time we're back able to go live on there, we might not even want to fucking be there anymore if we're monetized on here.
For a wave of flavor.
This turned out really cool. Hang on, I won't make y'all look at that fucking thumbnail. I broke this nail the other day.
Favorite foods come all in one.
It really does taste like hot dogs.
That's right. One company puts that classic hot dog taste.
And then we got nice space tech all around the sides of it.
How did shearers come up with this crazy concept?
When I was in the 8th grade, we used to always have hot dog day. It was like my favorite thing.
And in 2008, the home run hot dog chip was born.
Sorry, Arctic.
The name stemmed around the American tradition of hot dogs.
Oh, I wrapped the
60 miles south of
I wrapped the
Brewster,
katana
Ohio,
as well.
Shearers Foods turns whole spuds into hot dog potato chips
Why is this?
in just 6
I
minutes.
swear to God, the volume changes so often on this.
A truckload of potatoes.
We use 460 million pounds of potatoes.
I didn't want to wrap it all the way down because I thought it was cool. Just to see some of it underneath. What up, Edith?
Water washes the potatoes while they head into giant bins.
Storage bin will hold about 50,000 pounds of potatoes. Get me about 1.5 million pounds of potatoes every day.
Next, the spuds roll down the line
Shank,
to
shank.
peel it.
Hang on. It's when you're fresh spawn in a game.
With
Huh. Huh.
Inspectors pluck out the imperfections and
When you find your first groundling weapon.
the slicer.
This is an example of one of our slicing heads. This one is a ripple cut. There are 8 blades here, and that's what creates the V cut on the chip.
They get a double rinse.
I've been better. I don't feel too great tonight, so we're taking it easy. I'm gonna make
Now the chips
a
in the fryer for 3 minutes.
a slide for a piece over there, and probably that's it. We're just gonna hang out and watch some TV for now, though. I always forget that we always shoot the shit most of the time anyways. My stream isn't always just blowing glass, so I don't always just need to blow glass. Especially if I'm not feeling great.
The good ones land safely on the conveyor, and the bad chips?
And air glass will blow it into what we call the bad pile.
Only the best take a trip upstairs to get that special. And here's a fun fact. Did you know it takes 4
Oop,
pounds
lagged
of
for a
potatoes
sec.
to make 1 bag of chips? So when you get a fix for a hot dog and chips,
Cult
this
wall.
snack will surely
I think that would probably not look so great to anybody else who saw it without any context.
It's a fabulous moonlight diner in Hollywood, Florida. Directly
Speaking of Polaroids, though, I refound my Polaroid camera,
It was all American, but some
and I
of the
took a bunch of Polaroids. I'll show you all some of them because they're very cute. Because a lot of them are dog pictures.
Thanks for watching. See us again next time as we unwrap more secrets behind America's
see.
favorite foods. I'm Mark Summers. Gonna enjoy this.
They're so photogenic. Damn. Oh, I dropped one. Where's... Hang on, where are my favorite ones? Here's one that's way hyper exposed, which I think is very cute.
No flashy lights or big city noise here.
These two are my favorite though. This one,
It might have a rocky exterior, but I've got soft pillows and breakfast on the house.
I sat with them and got them to sit still long enough to take this one, which is perfect. This one's the best of all of them. And then this one's my favorite though. Because Marley was like, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll hang out. But Lucy was like, nope, I gotta move around. That was that was what she did right after. I took that one and then this one. She looked straight up at me. I was like, why are you being weird? But yeah, these turned out really cute.
Is a rare artist whose medium is food.
We got, we usually get mass reported. If we get kicked off TikTok, it's usually because
Jamie's art is entirely
we got mass reported
the food Jamie works with has
by people with crushes on me. What the fuck was that?
A lot of it I've chewed, but most of it.
He's got a collection of chewing gum?
Gummark have chewed a lot of it and donated it to me.
That's right. These sculptures and reliefs aren't ceramic or clay. They're
No worries, Arctic. Just making sure you saw.
Artist, yeah.
and proud of it.
I find that blowing bubbles while I'm working helps to inspire me.
Jamie turned his youthful obsession into a grown-up passion.
The reason I like to use
Oh, like Surge and the Polaroids. What's funny is I actually that's what I was going for with this.
And
For the
this
most part.
artist, that was a childhood spent chewing.
I was gonna say this is a little bit more than just a hobby for sure.
Collecting unchewed gum and showing it. It would be like, look at that. And then I'd take it away. And everyone would get excited in the neighborhood. Oh, can I have a piece of gum?
Jamie's gum obsession.
No, we didn't do much last night. That was actually when we got banned. We got the prep done for them though.
Smearing it on walls, making designs.
And that's weird is that we got banned while making the prep for the wine glasses.
They couldn't understand why it had to be gum and not, paint.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I was gonna say. No wonder you mentioned the Polaroid. I was gonna say you mentioned the Polaroid. I thought you meant this one, but I literally have the entire camera right there.
A sort of paint-by-numbers kit that uses gum.
A paint-by-numbers kit with gum.
What's nice about the kits is that there is a little instruction sheet inside.
Yeah, we got banned on TikTok again, except for a week this time. Whenever I submitted it to the admins or whatever to review it, they did not overturn it this time. So we're banned for a week on there.
Getting it right.
Chew the gum for at least 15 minutes until all flavors.
No, we're not gonna finish them tonight. I'm taking it easy tonight. I don't feel well.
Keep your fingers moist with water to prevent gum freezing.
You know what? They really indulge this dude too. They're totally like.
The gum at a time because it's hard to spread the whole wad. So you get little baby steps. Baby steps.
If you're still too timid to try it, for $200,
Well, he's an
you
artist.
can buy kits online.
Well, he's an artist, so okay, it makes more sense.
His original pieces are a bit more pricey and are prized by collectors. And you can see why
What
with
the
the
fuck?
detail on this piece, which has 3,900 pieces of
It's
gum
like something you'd
in it.
see. Is that blackface? No, I'm just kidding. Looks like something you'd see in Pee Wee Herman's house.
Kind of effect to it with the characters coming off.
Pee Wee's Playhouse.
You won't find a kit to make this or the other sculptures. But if you like the idea of smearing your gum around in a way that won't get you in trouble,
So they do make
just
those
the art
molds,
project for you.
4 gauges. It looks like a little bit like this, but the size is
Chewing
4
gum has
plugs.
all kinds of benefits. Studies have shown
Will come
that
in like
chewing gum
this,
actually
so I'll
helps
look up
people
a tool for it.
concentrate and stay alert.
I mean,
Plus,
enough of us. I know enough of us have
attention.
gauged
Chewing
ears.
gum also burns about 11 calories per hour. Not bad. Thanks for watching. See us again next time when we unwrap more
Those fucking
secrets
giant
behind
gumballs.
America's I'm Mark Summers, and about an hour, maybe I can lose some calories.
Oops, I keep accidentally unplugging my laptop.
Welcome back to Unwrapped, where we're dipping into the fryer for a taste of some favorite deep-fried snack. Colonel Sanders,
What? Wait, what the fuck? Why did I just do that? It messed up and made me back out. No. Oop, candy corn.
Nice wine. Long, we can tell people how Liberty Mutual customizes.
Liberty Bibberty.
Pay for what you need.
Go kill him, go! I should turn this on if we have to kill him. Going. Liberty Bibberty. Let me grab some more water real quick as well.
north of Chicago at the Goldman's Confectionery Company is the lowdown on candy corn. Candy corn was invented in the late 1800s by an employee known for his huge muscles and even huger bottom. Candy corn was manufactured in the shape of corn because the local farming population at the time refused to stop eating their vegetables, and Goldman's was desperate to start selling their disgusting candies. This is where candy corn starts, as a respectable, appetizing slurry. Melted down candy canes and extracts of better candies are added to improve flavor, and a special ingredient is added to improve mouthfeel. Next, you add some marshmallow. There are no jokes to be made about marshmallow. Now it's time to triangulate our pieces. We watch this pristine, clean, and state-of-the-art factory and wish that's where candy corn was made, because it's actually made in this satanic assembly line. Wooden trays filled with cornstarch are skewered with the candy corn shape similar to the way I skewered your mother last night. Thin colored sugar fills in the holes with white, orange, and yellow colored sugar to symbolize the flag of Bhutan, the only country that actually enjoys eating candy corn. The trick is to leave the colored sugar viscous enough so the colors don't run together, and so just barely qualifies. Each tray holds more than 13 corn pieces, and with 25 boards being produced every minute, that's almost 15 million candy corn pieces per hour. The candy corn is polished in a giant steel container. The secret? A heaping helping of edible wax and glaze.
Hell yeah, give me that edible wax.
By this point, you're probably better off eating a candle. But does
at this point,
like corn?
You're probably better off just eating a candle. He really just said that.
Nah. Finally, once it's all bagged, more than 20 million pounds of candy corn will be sold on Halloween, and then promptly thrown into the trash.
What the? That was branded Food Network content. Just absolutely throwing shade at fucking...
In my opinion, there are two things that go great.
What? What the fucking Alfonso? What?
Second is peanut butter. I'm not the only one who thinks so.
Mackenzie Cole thinks so too. So she created Nashville's iconic Cult Vault. Why bolts?
He did? I missed that part. Oh, is that what that was? Is that the guy who does the voiceovers for it? No, that was in the actual lineup for... That's amazing. That's in the actual lineup for it though. This is a parody site. I know what you're talking about. That guy is on TikTok. That's hilarious. They made it onto the fucking lineup of it. That's hilarious. What's next? Ooh, yeah. Dum-Dums. Everyone's favorite and yet most hated lollipop.
That's more.
It's out.
I'll look up the person's. I'll see if I can find their page from that here in a sec.
Welcome back to Unwrapped. I'm Mark Summers, exploring the candy we like to lick. That would be the lollipop. The original lollipop machine was invented in the
I'm
early
gonna make that
1900s,
slide
and
for
their
that
output was
piece.
40 lollipops in 1 minute. Today's machines make almost
They wanted a
6,000
black and
lollipops
blue
a minute,
attachment.
and one of the biggest lollipop producers is the Spangler Candy Company. The 1920s were all about great invention: cars, radios, television, and the birth of the Dum Dum Lollipop, the best thing since sliced bread.
From the
which was
30s,
also
really?
in the 20s.
People have a wonderful nostalgic feel about Dum-Dums.
Oh, also, they our cork mats made it. I'm gonna be doing custom cork mats.
Today,
I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna do some wood burns on some, draw on some.
The original sales manager of the Akron Candy Company, which developed the Dum Dum Pop, thought that Dum Dums was a name that young children can both say and remember.
Weighing in at only a quarter of an ounce, this tiny pop packs a punch. After more than 80 years, it's the second most popular lollipop in America.
I haven't turned any of my fucking.
At the
There we
Spangler
go.
Candy
That's
Company
in
in
the
Bryan,
oxygen
Ohio,
one,
it all starts with equal amounts of corn syrup and sugar.
The first step really is to cook it in a copper kettle. In about a year's time, Dum Dum Pops, we use about 20 million pounds of sugar and about 20 million pounds of corn syrup. After it comes out of the copper kettle, we add flavoring and coloring and mix it up.
Citric acid from sugar and malic acid from apples add sweetness or tartness to different flavors.
The most popular flavor with kids is the blue raspberry. Either cherry or strawberry are always
Hugbees.
perennial favorites.
There are 10 core flavors in each bag.
We'll look some of that up after this.
And old flavors return every few years. So a root beer Dum Dum might be replaced by pink lemonade, butterscotch, or cotton candy.
One single bag is about 150 pounds. That'll make anywhere from 12 to 14,000 Dum Dums.
A primary mixer.
So I finally got the torch dialed in.
To blend the flavor and color throughout each
I see
bag.
how precise that flame is there.
Up to a press to flatten it out.
After moving everything around and adjusting all the fucking stuff.
After the Dum Dum comes out of the press, it goes into our
Nice.
tumbler. And the purpose of the tumbler is
Fine
to cool it
flame.
down and have to keep the pop moving over so it doesn't get a flat spot on it. Because the top is still warm at this point.
The pops hit the sorter where they get ready for Dum Dum's signature sachet wrapper.
Sachet away, Dum Dum.
It's got a little flapper fold on it. And one of the nice things about it is it makes it easy to unwrap.
There were 7 original flavors: lemon, lime, orange, coconut pineapple, cherry, grape, and butterscotch.
So eventually we'll have two views that you can, not that you can choose from, but we'll have 2 different views that we'll flip back and forth
And then
from.
we have a dragon fruit. And here's a cinnamon bun.
But how about that mystery
Dragon
flavor
fruit.
that comes in every bag of Dum Dums? Do you think you know what it is?
What is this flavor? What is the mystery flavor? A lot of people say, I love the
Root beer.
mystery flavor.
The truth is, the mystery flavor is different from batch to batch, so
Oh, really?
they don't have to stop production in between flavors.
Oh, shit.
The Dum Dum lines are continuous. And one batch of grape is followed by a batch of, so we say, strawberry. So there's going to be a portion of the candy that's going to be a mixture of strawberry or grape or both.
Mystery solved. You never know what flavor combination you're going to unwrap. Producing 2 billion Dum Dums a year, the Spangler Lab continues.
I was gonna say the last one I swore it was root beer.
This one
It
is
definitely was.
flavor. It's a Hispanic flavor that's real popular. It's a cinnamon creamy type flavor.
But one flavor in particular generates both complaints and compliments.
Buttered
Root beer?
popcorn. Which
Oh, butter
is
popcorn.
one of the most controversial flavors.
I like it.
It was hugely popular and hugely unpopular.
The chocolate Dum Dum didn't get a lot of praise either.
Not a fan of the chocolate one.
So they have those flavors that you like, or maybe your favorite flavor, and it's like going on a little flavor hunt every time you open a bag. You know, it's just a little sweet moment in the day in a world that's, not always so sweet.
One sec. Let me make this slide, and then we will put that other guy's stuff on. The parody ones. What the fuck is this? What? What's happening right now? Or is there a chocolate sampling to the Matrix soundtrack? What the fuck? Okay. Nope, no popular media for the foreseeable future until we monetize. We're even pushing it with this.
It's start your business time.
Even though this hasn't gotten flagged yet, I don't think.
Free yourself from this by going freelance. Get your thing started. LegalZoom. Now you're in business.
As we strategize our sept for our upcoming future network, let's try to realize our internal
The chewed gum artist, right?
Perfect for slobbering all over like a messy toddler, Nerds Rope stretch the imagination. A gummy center covered in rainbow nerds, Nerds Rope are fairly new. But regular nerds are thought to date back to prehistoric times, when our ancestors' favorite activity was haphazardly dumping some pebbles into a glass bowl. The most popular flavors are pink and purple. But if you like your candy...
Oh, this is another one of the guys.
...rousing mascot with a little more variety, they also come in green and yellow. If you're feeling sick, you can try Healthy Nerds, where the box is half ibuprofen. And coming later this year in an effort to recycle, the Nerds Log.
The Nerds Log.
He invited us to his private factory in Shanghai, China, where Nerds ropes roll off the conveyor belt in not feet, but meters. Because China is too poor to afford feet. Before you can have a Nerds rope, you have to have a waterfall of nerds. No one is exactly sure how nerds are made, and this waterfall has always existed. Willy Wonka, knowing a good money-making scheme when he saw one, made sure to construct his candy factory around this amazing natural landmass. Nerds are spun around in a giant drum to filter out any debris that flow downstream, as well as the occasional hungry wildlife. Check out these naked nerds before the Wonka factory instills the fear of God in them. In the meantime, the gummy center cooks with gelatin, cocaine, and a special ingredient, citric acid, for that fruity flavor.
Say cocaine.
The gummy is then buried in the amount of nerds equal to roughly how much sugar the average American eats every day. The ropes are cut and slotted into paper U-boats, which are perfect for
paper
destroy
U-boats.
your hunger. Each rainbow-colored creation slides into a shiny foil wrapper. As for what happens next, well, that's for people who need a new ring, a belt, or other fashion accessories. Nerds Rope make a funny fashion statement, and you can eat these. What?
What the fuck? What the shit is that? They just have random fucking... What?
Welcome back. I'm Mark Summers, bringing you the secrets behind some sneaky snacks. They're edible, even though they might not look like it. For example, ordinary marker, right? Well, you're wrong. The ink is made to be eaten and makes eating fun with all the different ways these pens can spruce up your snacks. And we're headed to the factory.
Oh, for cookies and stuff. I was like, what the fuck are you going to draw on that you're going to eat?
Things like these cookies. Send a little luck with lunch or a message of love. Color a cookie or make friendly fruit. Now, kids can create colorful masterpieces right on their munchies.
What? These kids got munchies?
From hot dog men to hamburger ladybugs, but don't worry. These kids aren't trashing their food, they're making edible treasures.
I think you eat it, that's the best part.
The marker behind this artistic menu is no ordinary felt tip. It's a one-of-a-kind instrument with a clever name.
It's food.
Cocaine and citric acid.
One word. Foododler. So it's doodling on food. Doodling fun you can eat.
Food doodlers work because they are filled with entirely edible ink.
The food colors that we use in our Fadoodle markers have been specially formulated for
Fadoodle?
Completely edible, completely safe. THC dyes are used in it.
The folks behind these markers have been making regular pens for years.
So we started out with the red eye retouching pen, which was a big hit for us.
They didn't think of drawing on food until they were asked to come up with a pen for Pop-Tarts.
We figured we can fill the markers with food dyes and it should work on Pop-Tarts.
It worked not only on Pop-Tarts, but on plenty of other foods as well.
You can find many food surfaces, many hard dry food surfaces, marshmallows, you can make with vegetables, the cookies obviously. It is a lot of fun for kids.
Making food doodlers is much like making any marker. It begins with the empty plastic barrel. First, the name is printed on the pen.
We silk screen the name Fadoodler right onto the barrel. The barrel will then go through a drying tunnel at about 180 degrees, and this cures the ink onto the barrel.
Next, the barrels are ready to be loaded. For this process, they are placed on a machine called a walking beam.
It's a beam that moves. Every time it comes down, another component is being put in.
Pens facing the wrong direction are flipped automatically. Then the food coloring filled reservoir is pushed into the barrel. A plug seals the bottom of the pen. Then the nib is placed on top. The nib is the actual tip that you draw with.
And it's tricky at times. All those components have to be lined up perfectly. And that's always a challenge, is to make sure that that machine is lined up, everything is running well. And once you get it lined up well, it just runs and runs and runs. And it's kind of exciting.
Finally, a cap is tapped into place, and the doodlers are packed for shipping to stores.
Fadoodler!
Besides the pens, the company also stamps specially made cookies for coloring.
Nice.
On this day,
Looks like a titty.
is being carefully printed on the cookie's white icing.
Let me do that with someone's titties. Let me
with the Color ID cookies,
titty stamp some
we
cookies.
use the same type of FD&C dyes to print on the cookie that go in the Fadoodler.
The pre-printed cookies are wrapped and packed with the pens, creating an edible coloring combo. You'll also find food doodlers paired with edible paper and
It definitely would work, right?
Besides the obvious draw for kids, these colorful creations are finding an older fan base as well.
The professional decorators enjoy the markers as much as kids do. It gives them a easy tool.
My neck and my back hurt. That's how you know I was getting sick too.
Are a marker with a magic all their own.
It's a very logical thing. Should have been done a long time ago. The obvious was right there. Nobody thought of it.
Dude, titty prints. Titty silk printing.
Here is an example to start off with. Is it candy
Titty
or
prints.
is it a cosmetic? Well,
Oh, God.
We'll find out how this treat for the lips is, well, designed.
Y'all remember y'all remember the shit where they tried making the candy that you put in your hair?
And if you get tired of that one, you can put in the red cherry one.
Was that a parody? Was that a joke?
It's been around for years, but
when they tried doing the candy for your hair?
Making candy lipsticks is that
is that a joke that I'm remembering?
There's no liquid involved. It's all powder.
The powder is then pumped into a machine called a tablet press.
I feel like that was like an Amanda
When it
Bynes
comes together,
skit.
all these different sugar crystals are special in a way that they're all formed kind of like a jigsaw puzzle.
Titty art.
All 4 shades of candy lipstick are then packed together, creating a colorful combo.
Was it a joke? It might have just been a joke.
Like dog food. Kids love this. They love to get on the floor.
What they actually no, dude. Stop.
Even for decades to come.
It's the same guy.
And all I have to do is look at myself. Oh my God. My lips are really green.
It's the same guy.
Is it dirt? Enough of this gross grub.
Boys and girls just, for whatever reason.
Yo, dirt is good though. Mud cups.
They can't seem to get enough
Pudding
of
mud
them.
cups.
Insects and
Yeah.
all sorts of yucky things.
Yeah,
And
pudding mud cups.
They just like worms and dirt.
The worms in this mud pie are
No, but what I'm talking about was like
well, it's crushed cookies.
it would braid your hair and then you're supposed to dip your hair and
I know a lot.
there was like edible clips. It's gotta be a joke. That's a joke. That's for sure a joke.
Grabbing a worm and eating the dirt, and then everybody.
Mud cups are delicious. Chocolate pudding, crushed Oreos, and gummy worms.
The best bait you ever ate.
That was my favorite shit at parties growing up.
One good worm.
I want to make some for
Well,
Halloween.
looks like that's all the dirt we have for you today. Thanks for watching. See us again next time when we unwrap more secrets behind America's favorite foods. I'm Mark Summers, and I think I'll feed my bird some worms. Come on, guy. Here you go.
I thought he was talking about his dick. That was a dick joke. It was a cock joke. Feed the bird some worms. Hell yeah, Mark Summers.
No matter what
Feed that
you're in
bird.
the mood for, with the all-new Royal Crispy Chicken lineup at Burger King, you can't go wrong. It's classic.
I keep just reading titty art whenever I walk back
Reward yourself with any of
to
all-new Crispy Chicken
the laptop.
sandwiches
It
today.
makes me laugh every time. Because the more I think about it, like it would work. You need to figure out. So if you know how those print things work, you stamp it and then you stamp it. There's where you pick the ink up is already the image and it stamps it and then puts it on there. So if you were able to figure out a way to do that, have the image somewhere already, it'd be like what the fuck? It'd be like reprinting. It'd be like making prints, literally making prints. So you know how you do the ink. If you were able to do a carving like out of the rubber like they do, ink it, do it on your titty, and then stamp it with your titty. It would work. I don't know why people aren't doing this already. Why is this not already a thing? Titty printing. Ooh, Starburst minis. Oh yeah, Nerds Rope are delicious. That's one of my favorite candies.
Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop, and I am on the Starburst Minis. This is a
it's not a sublime sun, but it is a sun.
Unwrapped.
The green sun has significance in alchemy.
And thanks for supporting Lucky Penny Shop.
Oh, this is a fucking review. What the shit?
Toys to unique items for me.
Ooh, extra sour. Ooh, Mike Nikes. I was gonna say, Jay, that I thought you made such content. I was gonna say, along with Polaroids, that's a perfect addition to a titty stamp with a signature.
Tangy Twister, and we're gonna see how they do it now. Remember Rooty Toots?
Oh, Rooty Toots, yeah, that was what the shit.
They're all candy cousins of Mike and Ike. The Fruity Chews made at the Just Born factory in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Sanborn used to say that the candy was so freshly made that it was just born, and it mixed up from there.
I don't like that.
Freshborn
candy, y'all.
Peeps. Well, check this out. They make 4.5
Look at
billion
that.
nights a year.
Oh, look at those colors.
Surrounding Mike and his sidekick, Ike.
There's a debate about where it came from, whether it's a Vaudeville act or named after individuals who were involved with making the candy.
No, Barger.
The 5 original Mike and Ike
Right, you gotta offer different things. and cycling through the different stuff that you offer definitely helps as well.
It's a nice tart.
If you offer different merch bundles every month or every other week.
A very fine powdered sugar and sealant glaze gives the candy a glossy shine. And then
We don't do that here in Nevada. No actual advertising here.
on day 4. The tartness in these tangy twisters comes from a secret ingredient added during the engrossing process. It puts the tang in the 5 new tangy twister flavors. The rest is
No worries, just gotta be careful with it, because we let one style in and eventually we have a whole fucking links in the chat. We can't do that. No links in the chat.
Coming up, cookies with a curl.
Oh, those are so good. Pirouettes, right? The next one was one I wanted to watch too. The next one was Sour Goo, I think. I feel that, Jay. Yeah, some silk printing of some original artwork.
That's
Some
Bronco.
titty prints.
He's not only a good boy, he's also covered by Nationwide, the #1 pet insurance in America.
Holy cow.
He's not a cow, Fred. He's a dachshund.
Now you can't talk loco
Ugh.
about without talking sour. And how about this? It's
I'm gonna make the clear section that we're gonna
Let's see what
use
goes into making this silly
for this.
stuff so
This is gonna be our ashtray.
cycling. Okay, head back, open wide, and down the hatches.
That-
going into shot. Kids
What?
will literally line up to a song.
Oh, that shit was so good.
Power of sour.
It's sort of like eating hot sauce.
That was my shit in the day.
Ooh, that's too hot. But maybe I'll have a little bit more as you're crying and you're wiping your eyes. And sour is the same thing.
At Innovative Candy Concepts, under professionals, we busy.
I think that's the same company that came out with Atomic Waste, right?
It's a thick, sugary liquid.
Yeah, the spray.
Sour. It comes in 4 flavors.
In fucking 50-gallon barrels. It's hilarious.
Watermelon, blueberry, and we have sour apple.
Sour apple. They're like,
The goo gets going
what
with
names
sugar,
can we
starch,
come up
and
with
acids
that
like
sound
malate,
appealing to the
lactic,
youth?
and citric slurry together with water and corn syrup. Then the colorless goo pumps into a kettle and heats up to 190 degrees.
The most surprising part of the process is the fact that we actually cook it. It gives it that gooey sensation, and the flavor levels seem to be much more intense.
A sample oozes on over to the lab to check vitrification and sour powder. Once the gooey blob cools, flavors and
Ooh, look at that
colors
green.
mix. Today's tart,
Completely
sour
artificial coloring.
We
Love
actually
it.
make about
Never find that kind of green in the real world.
today.
Looks like radiation.
travels through a tube into the filling machine.
Looks like it's
Then
glowing.
they squeeze the goo into the tiny holes in the top.
The truth of the matter is,
You don't. You crimp the back of them.
what happens is the tube is filled from the wide end with the cap and everything already on it.
And while it's commonly sucked in straight up, goo has also been used as an inspiring ingredient.
We have mothers right in, for example, that they would put it on their kids' peas or their broccoli to get them to eat their vegetables.
Shut the fuck up. Sour, cheese, and broccoli. Get fucked. You've got more problems than that if that's the case. That's like Cartman level. Well, Boopy, you need to eat your veggies. Ma'am, you haven't put my sour goo on it yet. What up, Django?
Pizza crust was originally a large flat bread that Italian peasants kind of gobbled up. And today, pizza crust...
We made your slide just a second ago. I'll show it to you in just one sec.
Thin crust, thick crust, stuffed crust, and now there's a new one. Check out how one pizza chain is giving pizza crust a whole new flavor, or maybe flavors, we should say.
Welcome to a place where it's a must to eat your crust first. Every Every Friday at Hungry Howie's headquarters in Madison Heights, Michigan, they have a pizza party.
I want everybody to have one slice of each flavor frosted.
No way.
We use our employees as focus groups.
But they're not trying out.
And that's how we don't have to give them raises either.
Concentrating on.
Well, yeah, you all have the pizza party though.
Crust of the pizza. It was to handle the whole onto it while you ate all the great toppings. So by taking that and adding flavor to it, it might take a product that's just a tad bland and make it into a great piece to eat.
Company health insurance? No, you just take some pizza home to your family.
Hungry Howie's has found success creating pizzas with built-in breadsticks.
We developed the concept of flavored crust pizza, which really defined our niche.
The concept caught on, and the chain expanded from Michigan to 18 other states and over 500 locations.
We opened up with 8 flavors.
We made a 10mm slide already, and now I'm just making the clear section that's going to go with our ashtray, like I already said.
New flavors are concocted in the Hungry Howie's test kitchen. Generous amounts of garlic herb, taco, ranch, and Jamaican jerk seasonings are spread onto the edges of sample pizzas. Once the pies emerge from the oven, the 4 new flavored crusts are ready for evaluation.
Damn, now I want pizza.
Focus group.
And let us know what your thoughts are, okay? Thanks. Enjoy your pizza.
Anybody notice the lack of diversity in that room?
Is unanimous.
The garlic herb is great.
I like the ranch. It was cool. It was refreshing.
Garlic herb. That's my vote for the day.
One single black person. I'm pretty sure black people like pizza too, guys.
Large pizza with the garlic crust.
And when you can complement popular taste with pizza, anything is possible.
Not a single, not one single ethnic in that entire room, and that's how they like it.
It's not going to have massive deal. We did it for fun, and that was all.
What we got them today on packages?
I like that sound that's making. I did not like that loud fucking ding at the end there, though. Was not a fan of that sound. No way, somebody fucking literally recording it. Ooh. Donut plant? Let's watch some donuts. Donut plant? I didn't know donuts grew on trees.
When it comes to jelly donuts, the donut plant in New York City.
Yeah, that playlist is all over the place.
Square.
There's jelly in every bite. The flavor pops in your mouth.
That's right. Owner Mark Israel made it his mission to create a jelly donut with jelly in every single bite.
We have jelly for the whole donut. I'm going to break it open for you.
Jay's like, yeah, of course they want the fucking taco spice and ranch crust.
One of the reasons I really like this shape is because donut plant is not industrial, like a factory. And this kind of looks like
They fit more.
From a bowl, nut and bowl.
In fact, the nuts and
They
bolts
fit more on the
of
tray with that shape.
Are 3 generations deep.
The donut recipe came from my grandfather who invented it.
Last year? No, Jay. I mean, if it's fucking finger in there and everything. If it works, it works. If it still plays music, why the fuck not? iPods were good shit.
People come here especially for those because they can't get them anywhere else.
I like his accent. Ooh, look at those.
One delicious
strawberry on the inside. Mm-hmm. Oh no. Well, the slide I made broke, but it's okay. I'm gonna make another one. It
Welcome back. I'm
was a
Mark
little
Summers.
small
Television
anyways.
opened up a whole new world for
Yeah, the joint on the
advertisers.
bottom broke.
The cute
That was a little too
characters
rough.
now come to life
Taking it out.
in commercials. And since
But
then,
you get to watch me make it
animation
now.
has certainly come a long way with the help of groundbreaking techniques like claymation. Now I want you to meet the man who molded
Yeah, it's still in there.
with a look at this classic creation, the California raisins. They're rowdy.
Why do I feel like that's racist? Why do I feel like the California raisins are racist?
Since the sun started shining.
I'm not the only one who gets
California
that.
raisins transformed a simple snack into a pop culture icon.
See? See what I mean?
These sultans of sun became
Yeah.
so popular, they've even been inducted into the Smithsonian.
Can't really explain the phenomenon, why people collected them, why people still collect them. Touched a nerve, I guess.
2 gigs of storage, so like
It all started
200 songs.
when an advertising agency came to Will Vinton Studios with a song stuck in their heads.
They came to us with the idea already, which was a good idea.
Is that the Nard, right? Or the Nard?
Using the song, I heard it through the
fucking weird bunny ear dude. See? Yeah, right?
And said,
It's
let's
racist.
go with Motown style.
Yeah, Motown fucking.
Personifying
Yeah.
characters is Will Vinton's specialty. This is the man who trademarked the term claymation and literally molded the art form into what it is today.
So claymation is based in racism. Good to know.
Vinton Studios is the creative force behind the Domino's Noid, Phantom Man, and countless other.
Jay, I read that and I was like, you downloaded the California raisins on fucking
sang and danced their way
on albums?
To make a character
For sure, Jay. I'm glad you get to watch me make it. I'm doing that right now. I'm moving real slow though. Again, don't feel too great, but still gonna make some stuff. I'm gonna sit down while we do this.
Brainstorming by
Spill my coffee a little bit.
ideas, and then
Oh, much better.
After countless hours of drawing and sketching, a character is ready to make its debut. A lump of clay will soon become a booming personality through the art of combining clay with stop-motion animation.
Feels better on my back too.
Stop motion is a very old process. It just involves taking an object or a puppet or something and manipulating it a very small amount for each frame, and then shooting a picture, manipulating that a little bit more, shooting another picture.
That's how they figured out how to do movies.
3 seconds, maybe 4 seconds in a day.
And they realized that they could take pictures quick enough, you could just line them up, and you could capture real-time stuff.
A lot of times we will shoot reference film. We'll bring in actors and have them go through, particularly if it's a dance move or something, we'll bring them in and we'll have them actually perform.
Yeah, so, yeah.
It's a whole process that continues to reshape itself.
We've been a stalwart and pioneer in dimensional animation from way back. Now we're using, very.
I knew I always got a weird feeling.
Tools. We do an
A weird feeling from that.
While this may be the
Like, why is it Motown? Why do I feel like they're making these like characters black? And it turns out it was. They appropriated not only the music, but literally the people's looks too.
Says that 96% of American children recognize Ronald, which is a much larger percentage than those who could recognize the president. So what's the craze all about? It's time.
Well, who the fuck recognizes the president anyway?
You can usually find at a convenience store. Peanut butter and crackers. This delicious duo comes in all kinds of shapes and sizes, but this time we're going to investigate the snack sandwiches made by a company.
Yeah, I was gonna say snack sandwiches, right? But like they're always called snack sandwiches.
Factory in Columbus, Georgia, they make millions of these itty-bitty sandwiches every day.
We came up with the idea for our mini peanut butter sandwiches after I started having to pack lunches for my
Yeah, Arctic, I showed that slide earlier. I'll show you again. You must have missed it.
We needed a snack I could fit in his lunchbox every day that he would eat and I would feel good about.
No, I don't go anywhere.
Organic
I wouldn't
dough
get
rides
the
through
Rona.
a series of rollers. Along the way, the dough divides into several sheets. These layers are part of the secret to crispy crackers.
It's stacked in different layers, about 8 layers, and then it's rolled out and it's thinned down until it meets up with the cutting.
The cutter is like a giant rolling pin with stamps that cut out the crackers. And here's a fun fact. Those little holes are called docking holes. And they're not just for decoration.
Those docking holes are very important because it allows the crackers to rise a particular way, and they're really what's responsible for that crispy bite that we all like in crackers.
A quick dusting of salt, and the crackers are off to a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven. Then it's time for the best part. A machine doses out a dollop of warm, liquid peanut butter.
We use 140 gallons of peanut butter each day.
Dollop it right into my fucking mouth.
Check this out.
And with little tiny suction cups, we pick up the top of the cracker and place it down gently on top of the peanut butter.
And this all
after I'm done making this, I can show you. I'll make sure you're looking first.
Welcome back to Unwrapped, where we are toasting the sweet taste of chocolate. Chocolate is like a fine wine, and different chocolates have different flavor profiles. If you've ever had gourmet chocolate, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The Amano factory outside Salt Lake City produces high-quality chocolate using ancient techniques and antique equipment. Did you know chocolate grows on trees? Well, kind of. It starts with a tiny white flower.
One out of 100 flowers will actually grow into the cocoa pie. Technically, the cocoa pie is a berry, and you get the seeds from a berry.
Art Pollard buys cocoa beans from Africa and South America. His vanilla beans come from Tahiti and Madagascar. They're the main tropical ingredients in his Amano chocolate.
Amano means by hand. I think Amano perfectly captures the spirit of what we do.
The first step, sorting through the cocoa beans by hand. Making chocolate takes time and lots of technical equipment. The first machine is a 400-degree Fahrenheit roaster.
We use antique roasters. We no longer make. We imported ours from Portugal.
It's much slower than modern technology, but Art believes his vintage equipment gives his chocolate a better flavor. After about 30 minutes in the roaster, the beans spread out to cool for a few minutes. Next up, another vintage machine.
We also use a melanger. Uses a giant granite grinding wheel that slowly grinds cocoa beans into chocolate.
The melanger takes about 1 day to grind the cocoa beans into a chocolatey paste. Many other chocolate factories use modern machines that grind the beans to paste in only a few minutes.
We sacrifice time to achieve additional quality.
Then, a roller mill squeezes the chocolate into flakes. This process smooths the chocolate to the perfect consistency. The final step is heating the chocolate inside a machine called a conch.
It's our secret weapon. We use it to develop the flavor of our chocolate, and if I told you how it works, I'd have to show you.
Art tastes each batch during every step to make sure the chocolate is just right. Then the liquid chocolate injects in the mold. The bars ride through a cooling tunnel on a vibrating conveyor that gets rid of any bubbles. 45 minutes later, the sweet treats slip into gold wrappers and shipped to specialty food shops around the country.
Well, mine has a beautiful rich chocolate flavor, notes, and
Alright, there we go. We're going to add the blue and black attachments now.
It's not quite as fruity. It actually has spiciness to it.
It takes a week to make Amano bars from start to finish, but when it comes to fine chocolate, it is well worth the wait. You can get Amano chocolate online or... Welcome back to Unwrapped. Today we're exploring foods with a French accent, but are at home right here in America. And here's one we've run across right in the nation's heartland. It's a candy named French Chew. So come with me now to see how this candy gets concocted and find out what discontinued retro favorite it seems to be standing in for. It's an all-American candy with a fancy foreign name. The French Chew is called a taffy, which is at the center of the confusion. Taffy was developed in France, hence the name, but it turns out that French Chew is not a taffy at all.
It's more like a marshmallow than a taffy.
The Dosher family has made the French Chew in Cincinnati, Ohio for more than 130 years now.
The history started with my great-great-grandfather, who came over from Germany in 1865 and went into the candy business with his 2 uncles.
Although the French Chew is still going strong, folks further east are not so lucky. Their favorite taffy, Bonomo's, is no longer made. So New York candy shops fill the Bonomo's void with French Chew.
This is the new taffy for now. And, you know, people come in, they substitute it, you know, but then they come and tell us just how it's still as good as the original.
Inside the same candy kitchen where it's been made for years, French Chew begins by heating sugar and corn syrup until they are bubbling hot. Powdered egg whites are mixed with water and whipped into a massive meringue. Once they've reached the right texture, both pots are combined. The white-hot candy is then carefully poured into cornstarch-coated kettles and moved to cornstarch-coated cooling tables. Cornstarch is the secret to keeping this tacky taffy from sticking to everything. The candy is cut into blocks and moved to a machine where sizing rollers make sure it's just the right thickness. Rows of knives cut the candy into sticks. Then another knife cuts it into the perfect bar length. Others have come and gone, but the French Chew is still around and still the same after all these years.
When you have a product like French Chew, you're more of a guardian than you are a developer. And yeah, so you have to look at it the right way. It is ruined the memories people have of it.
One of the flavors French Chew is vanilla, but here's a question. What turns regular vanilla into French vanilla? Well, according to dryers, when it comes to ice cream, French vanilla has more egg yolk solids in the mix. And they say that their French vanilla has extra vanilla beans and different kinds of pure vanilla added in as well. Interesting. Thanks for watching. See us again next time when we unwrap.
And fixtures doing double duty. Check out how Arm & Hammer became a multi-use utility.
Yeah, that one turned out nice, and I'm just gonna let that, I put the whole thing in the kiln instead of trying to take it out of there now. I'm gonna let the whole thing do an annealing cycle, and then when it's cooled down, I'll be able to take it out with my hands.
With fun instead of food in mind. Plus, getting close for a peek at how a toothpick is transformed into a mini treasure. Don't worry if things aren't exactly as they seem, they're better. All these two-time treats and more coming up next on Unwrapped.
What was that guy's name? The spoof ones. Did I pass it already? Someone find it. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Someone find the name of the spoof guy that does the covers, the funny covers. Oh, here, Arctic. Since you're right there. I'll show you the bolt for your piece. I went pretty simple with it, just because I didn't want to take away from the rest of the piece. But I still perfumed the joint of it as well. Boop. Yeah, Hugby. Okay, I'll look that up. That is definitely what it was. Somewhere in the bathroom real quick though. Roasting every state's welcome sign.
So, what can I help you with, Jim? I know I'm not normal. Anyone who's come this way.
Bold move by Alabama to put song lyrics that are quickly becoming synonymous with incest on their welcome sign. At least they don't lie about what to expect when crossing their border. If they wanted to spruce this sign up a little bit and give it a little more life than its sterile green and white layout, they could dig up some classic songs about racial prejudice and domestic abuse and throw those lyrics on there. It's pretty goddamn revolutionary that they decided to mention the Alaska Highway is located in Alaska. Now I'm pretty sure
historic Alaska Highway.
All the way up to Russia's
Welcome to Alaska, home of the Alaska historic Alaska Highway.
Alaska Highway because what the fuck else would I be taking? Would I go all the way down the Hawaii freeway and swing a big U-turn to cut across all that pesky Canadian traffic? Oh, and speaking of Hawaii, good touch with the 49th state declaration over here. You can really tell that island state to go fuck itself by reminding everyone that you were this close to being last, but you're not. And that's all that matters. To be fair, the woodworking is pristine. You can't even lie. Welcome.
Yeah, not bad. The woodworking is awesome.
Yes, we know you're only here for the Grand Canyon. We get it. Just go see America's vagina and get the
we get it. Grand Canyon.
Now, to be fair,
go see it and
Arizona,
get out.
Why else would anyone ever go to Arizona? Buckle up for safety, everyone. Did you know
Arctic, that bowl is
not
perfect
only
for it,
the
too.
natural state, but the safest one of all?
Get,
Be sure to also brush your
lets
teeth
that
and
recycler
get
go for a
8
long-ass
hours of
time.
sleep while you're here. We have Prozac and Tylenol in every medicine cabinet across the entire state. Also, what do they mean by the natural state? Was every other state placed here mechanically? Like a conspiracy? Thanks, but
Like
no
a
thanks,
conspiracy?
Arkansas. I'm not into conspiracy theories. If that is your real name,
If that even is your real
Arkansas, yeah, good luck even remembering you saw this sign. This photo is all you're going to have to remember of this sign if you ever go to California. Because good luck not hitting 4 hours of traffic once you get close to the state border. And the chances of you not dying immediately of heat stroke, pollution inhalation, or suffering on your own smug sense of self-satisfaction once you're there for about 10 minutes or so is 0
I want to
to
see
none.
the Texas
This
one.
sign is a myth because
I'm pretty sure it's
California is
basic
never
as
truly
fuck.
welcoming. But instead, it's all
I'm pretty sure it says, "Welcome to Texas, the Lone Star State."
Welcome
I'm almost
to
positive.
colorful Colorado, where we picked the most bland and uninspired sign to represent that claim. The guy making this sign was probably high. It's fine, because anyone
That's
who
fine.
complained about it being boring is also too high to give a shit. Connecticut buries its real welcome sign inside of a giant template welcome sign, the same way it buries
What the
its
fuck is
wealth
that?
inequality under its reputation of being a highway rest stop of a state. Maybe you guys could come up with an actual full-fledged sign so people
That-
know
yeah,
it
that's like-
exists, and maybe you could try a little harder. 0 out of 10. The small wonder most people
Nice.
have when visiting Delaware
I like that.
is, I wonder how the hell I got to Delaware. All right, everyone.
Oh, yeah,
I've
there you
been
go.
living in Florida my entire life, so go ahead, laugh it up. I've heard it all. The Sunshine State, more like the meth state. The cocaine state. The hurricane state. The alligator state. The sex with alligators state. The Florida man state. The unbearable humidity state. The retirement state. The state where you go
The old
when you
people
wanna
state.
die.
That's what I think of
the
it.
Public state. The bad
old people
driver state, etc., etc., etc. Well, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
All of those are objectively correct. I assume Georgia's on my mind.
Oops.
But upon seeing this sign, my thoughts are, what a bold move to put a giant ass on the welcome sign. Hawaii doesn't really have an official state welcome sign.
Right,
because
like-
it's an island. So presumably you'd have a pretty good idea of when you got there, unless your plane decides to take a mid-tour detour right into the Pacific Ocean. So here's a sign that appears
Pacific,
in Honolulu
okay.
International
I'm
Airport.
bad at remembering
Oh,
the
it's got a map.
oceans.
You know, in case anyone with an aisle seat on the plane ride over wanted to get a glimpse of what they missed out on during landing, and they were too polite to ask their neighbor if they could sit on their lap. So the Welcome to Idaho sign was originally covered with stickers from travelers coming from all over, from all other states.
It was a fun, multicultural display of the love of travel and the unity shared amongst all Americans, which of course means the local government had to piss all over it. That fun, historic sign was replaced with a boring, clean copy not that long ago, alongside a official sticker mount thing.
An official sticker sign?
Like the state that officials
Is that one of Donald
people to
Trump?
start putting their stickers on to show off and keep the actual welcome sign clean. If you ask me,
somebody needs to just go put a whole bunch of
bland and boring
hentai stickers on it.
All that this means is the government just gave all you citizens of Idaho 2 canvases for your shiny new stickers. So get to work. Wow, can you believe that the state of Illinois has a natural river flowing through it that perfectly forms a profile of President Lincoln's face? Wait, it doesn't? Oh, well, it sounds to me like you fucking cheated, Illinois. I like this sign. It was my favorite so far, but you had to throw it away by cheating. You don't believe me? The land of Lincoln, from the people of Illinois. Lincoln wasn't even born in Illinois. He was from Kentucky, meaning he's a person of Kentucky, even though he practiced law and all sorts of other stuff in Illinois. Better luck next time either way, you're disqualified. Okay,
you're
this
disqualified.
one's my current favorite. Appealing design, good color contrast, interesting shape. Except, if you had properly separated the in Indiana with the line work here, you could have made a great statement about how the people are now in Indiana. See, like you take the in from Indiana and you color the background a different color and you change the lines up a bit. It's like, hey, you're in Indiana now. You're in.
You're in Indiana.
You fucked it up so bad. Look at the sloppy line work. You were so close, Indiana. You almost convinced someone that it was worth it to live in Indiana. Really, Iowa? A typo on your welcome sign? Come on, guys. How do you misspell the word corn that badly?
Fields of corn.
You don't know. Ad astra perispera is Latin for, why the fuck are you making me pull out my phone to Google Translate Latin while I'm going 90 miles an hour on the highway, Kansas? I like the minimalist sunflower, but just because your welcome sign is super busy, it doesn't mean you suddenly will be one day. Yeah, suck my fucking dick, Illinois. Kentucky gets all the bragging rights to Lincoln. I'm not gonna lie, this sign kicks ass. I would probably have chosen Colonel Sanders, a piece of fried chicken, or someone who could only read at the second grade level as the Kentucky mascot instead of a horse. But this sign is fucking great.
Switch and save $652. It's okay. There's enough for everyone.
Michigan isn't just one thing.
That's hilarious. It's got a travel commercial.
And the stillness of nature.
I don't know, Michigan. Maybe after I see your welcome sign.
Michigan with Expedia.
French. Maine's main attraction is never going to be its welcome sign because it is without a doubt the most dull, uninspired thing I've ever looked at. The way life should be is full of fun and excitement, Maine.
Y'all still with me in the chat, or is my chat frozen?
Make your sandwich a little bit too spicy. What in the damn fucking hell is this thing? Side note, actual real side note, when I was writing this script and I first saw this sign, I audibly said out loud, what the fuck is that? I hate everything about this sign. Garish colors, a weird...
Isn't this commercial that we just saw?
Flowers.
What was the commercial we just saw from Maryland?
Grandmother's throw pillows. A state flag. A state flag that's so fucking ugly, I think it was a joke if I didn't Google the fact that it's real. And of course, enjoy your visit being an obvious afterthought of a slogan they hastily slapped together on there because they were getting dizzy.
Enjoy your
from all the
visit.
projectile vomiting they did after their color design. Oh, worst sign by far. My 6-year-old niece could do a better job than this. Nothing special. Just feels like they stuck to a template more than anything else. State name in the
state name, state bird,
font.
and state plant,
Welcome
probably.
to or welcome to in a fancy font. Some pictures of things from the state.
Not bad. Pretty straightforward.
Like C+ material here. You're only earning the plus.
Basic,
Because at
yeah.
least you understood the assignment.
Yeah.
You didn't put any effort in whatsoever. Whoa, Big Papa, slow down.
Wow.
Not one, but 2 American flags? Can you handle that power? Great Lakes, great times. Okay, that's a fun, simple slogan.
I don't know. Is that can you keep that promise, Michigan?
Into the little water.
Great Lakes, maybe, but can you promise great
This
times?
is excellent. I think we have a competitor with Kentucky at best so far, but wait. You ruined it. Yeah, absolutely.
But wait.
So close,
What?
and you ruin it. That's a 10 out of fucking 10.
Oh yeah, that's a nice sign.
Absolute masterpiece. I love it.
New Mexico's
Both has
sign
the
is really
energy of a
nice as
Sugar
well.
Binge 90s commercial, and the shape feels like it stepped right out of a bowling alley. This sign should make all others feel like shit. Oh, look. They're holding hands.
I like Mississippi's.
Either that or they're linking arms to form a human chain to drag themselves out of the highest poverty rate in the country. Or this could be their massive stomachs, since Mississippi leads the United States in obesity. Well, if we pretend that, if we pretend that the S shape is a really, really fat person, then these tiny proportioned heads up here could represent how the state regularly ranks toward the bottom in education and high school
Just fucking
graduation
going
rates.
in
I mean,
on
there's so much to
Mississippi.
this sign that you can infer, like how they're last in healthcare.
I think it's so
last
dumb
in
that our
life
fucking
expectancy, and second
public
to
watch
last in
hours
economy,
count
only
went down.
behind Alaska, which is God knows where.
I'm looking at it
There's
right
even
now.
an idiom that says, "Thank God for Mississippi."
Kinda makes me laugh.
To explain how Mississippi's entire existence revolves around making every other state look good. What are we talking about again?
Right, this is the second
sign.
time he
The sign's nice.
just went straight with fat jokes.
Really, Missouri? You just gonna copy Mississippi's homework like that? The show me state better show me something
The
more
show me
original,
state.
because I'm not putting up with plagiarism. Good try on putting your state seal in there, which is an indecipherably complex mess that no one on the highway is going to be able to figure out.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now and I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Interesting shape.
Got some bears,
It's
obviously.
somehow too bland
And
and
is that an
too
eagle?
much all at the same time. I really don't have any
Oh, I
comments
like
on this
it.
one. It's solid. It's good color work. I wish that the 2 was a little bit more visible, but it's simple, eye-catching.
Yeah, why did
easy to
they do
look
the
at.
2 like that?
It's too bad the sign's only going to last about 3 more months before it's destroyed by a wildfire, a blizzard, or a machine gun-toting cultist who's hopped up on a lethal cocktail of drugs. Nebraska, hey, come here. I want to talk to you. Come here, Nebraska. Come here.
Home of Arbor Day.
You can't just steal an entire holiday.
Home of Arbor Day.
Is for all of
We
you.
celebrate Arbor Day the hardest
Trees
here.
Regardless of what day it is.
You love trees,
Now,
come
I
here.
know that you invented it.
You think
And
you
I
love
like your
trees
little
and you're
sci-fi
anywhere else,
font,
fuck
your
you.
Mountain Peak and your slogan that implies that living in any other state is shitty. I dig all of that. But you're trying to claim a completely worthless holiday for your own, and that's just greedy. Which has bumped you up even
There's not
higher
even
than
any
the
trees in the
Way
picture.
to go, Nebraska. You're a top 10 sign for sure. So you're in a silver state, and you don't even have enough silver to decorate this sign at all?
That's it. They're like, hey, you're in Nevada now.
White and blue. It's boring.
You're
You didn't
in the
sell
state
any
now.
of that
Good
silver
job.
to pay a graphic designer for a more interesting design? I mean, fuck.
Yeah,
me.
you gotta change the
Las
quality. We'll have
Vegas.
even better quality in the next
Wow,
couple
something.
weeks.
Don't act like a flight attendant when my plane's landing and politely inform me that my time zone has changed.
It does auto quality usually,
God,
but
this one's even
you
worse.
can set it to
At least show me
722.
something cool to
We will be
brag
at
about. New
1440.
Hampshire's gonna be up its own ass about.
They've got a little bit of everything in the
Of all
name.
Things. Who gives a shit?
The Granite State.
Welcome to, followed by state name, followed by slogan. It's already played out format, and you're gonna follow it up with a claim that only like 7 geologists are gonna give a shit.
Alright, I'm over it. Let's watch one of the how it's made things that he does.
Well, what if I told you that you could get home at
We're gonna hang out for another 19 minutes until 2 in the a.m. Central Time,
No annual contracts, no hidden
and we'll see if the number changes again tomorrow.
select unlimited plans.
In the meantime, I guess just play old streams on your devices. I stopped doing that. I guess I shouldn't have stopped doing that. I don't know.
Next time you reach for the sugar bowl,
Try to imagine that it was so rare and expensive, it was called white gold. Producing sugar from sugarcane first took place
to match
in
the sky,
India
maybe.
about 300 BC.
So it's not such a
Alexander the
drastic
Great's army
fucking
reported seeing
clash
a reed
between
that gives honey without
skyline.
bees growing there.
A lot of them were
Christopher
blue
Columbus
though.
never made it
That
to
one was
Asia,
yellow.
but
I forget which one
clumsily
it was.
slammed into the Caribbean and later brought sugarcane plantings there, along with slavery. Many types of sugar available in stores differ in crystal size or color depending on how they're processed. Sugarcane provides sugar, but also syrup, molasses, rum, sugar, ethanol, sugar, brown sugar, powdered sugar.
What the fuck? He just stopped.
And sugar. This episode is sponsored by your favorite video game and mine, Raid Shadow Legends. If you're up to date on Hungry's lore, you know that Troglodyte is without a doubt the best champion in Raid Shadow Legends.
Sponsored content. That's a whole lot of sponsored content. My god, that was a whole minute and a half of sponsored content.
Names. First choice, Maria and Monte Dolce. But it all comes from the same sugarcane. Some people say it looks like bamboo, but they're wrong. Bamboo looks like sugarcane.
Sugarcane's fucking delicious.
A worker pares away the husk from a stalk of sugarcane.
Just
He
chew on it.
chews the cane to get the sweet crystals into his mouth, which he spits into a bag. And that's how sugar is made. Artificial sugar is made through a very different process. This machine, called an orphan grinder, feeds
orphan grinder
chopper drums, moving so fast they become pixelated in real life. The heaviest pieces of sugarcane drop into a transport bin during the world's most boring drag race. Trucks, currently searching for the plains of silence, transport more cut cane to the mill for processing. Typically, the mill is just a room filled with day laborers who chew on and spit out sugarcane for 8 hours a day. At the mill, and also in your sister's bedroom, trucks empty their loads out of the receiving table. The cane is fed through a belt that gives them 2 separate washes, aka 2 additional washes compared to someone you'd find at your local card game store. The cane must be as clean as possible before the juice is extracted because, well, do you want to drink dirty juice? Wait, you do? Oh. Alright then. This crusher is designed to break down the cane's outer shell. It does its job a bit too well because the cane is now grass. The most edible grass falls into a milling tandem that extracts the juice by smushing the cane. It also makes Parmesan cheese somehow. Try not to think about it. In this vomit-style milling tandem, the cane passes through a series of 5 or more consecutive mills to process the cane into sugar liquid. If the factory uses at least 10 consecutive millers, the cane will be milled into sugar gas. And at 100 consecutive millers, sugar plasma. The Blue Hard Hat Association supervised the operation at all times. They also bring in this bat from home, which they use to collect
Till next time, friend.
parts from
We'll only
all
be
the
hanging out
animals
another 15 minutes
accidentally ground
ourselves.
up in the harvesting process.
Oh!
It's time for the factory workers'
And then
lunch
eat
break,
some
consisting of
not salty food.
sugarcane, Parmesan cheese, apple juice from the episode about tea, and chemically addictive stimulants. This laboratory adds tons of dependency-nourishing substances to their product every single day to ensure customers come back for more after developing a lifelong addiction. The primary drug added in by these factories is the sugar itself. American diets are notoriously overloaded with sugar, and too much of it can cause diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. In fact, a single bottle of soda can contain 146% of your recommended daily sugar intake. No, really, that happened to me. That's real. Put that on the screen.
You going to sleep, Yeetus?
Anyway, back to the show that, when you think about it, is thinly veiled advertising. The sugar juice slides through this tower into the pit the bad guy falls into at the end of an 80s action movie. Sulfur dioxide bleaches the juice, which causes it to gain this delicious crust.
Delicious crust.
The crust has its pH level taken, while someone watching this video who thinks they're extremely clever makes a joke that this is a bag of cocaine. It's actually just powdered lime, and you're not as clever as you think you are. A 12th century clock mixes the cane juice and lime together, creating a new product called Clyme, or lime juice. Eventually, this mixing action combined with the lime juice starts creating sponges, which must be monitored because they're very delicate. For an example on how to overuse a sponge until it's ruined, turn your TV on to Nickelodeon. A runway model wearing trendy gloves and the latest designer jeans siphons off some fashion juice from the pipeline to place into these postmodern flasks. We all know that fashion juice is unsettled sugarcane juice, but don't tell a model that.
Fashion juice.
Cry. Now after all this work, the factory has made 2 types of juice. But what does this have to do with sugar? Absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, at the actual sugar factory, the boss's steel drum is getting a scrape bath from a kind volunteer from the Blue Hard Hat Association.
I can't read chat from here.
His caked-on muddy flakes are sent off alongside
Oh, but you are Jade. Good night, Jade. Until next time.
High-class Italian restaurants to act as an appetizer.
Gotcha, I couldn't read it
Italian restaurant
from where I was
bread
sitting.
is as hard as a rock. Inside NASA's backup silo, these decommissioned space shuttles are retrofitted with airbags and turned into the perfect pressurized bounce houses for the sugarcane juice, which is exploding with energy thanks to its natural glucose and fructose composition. It's time to stir the world's largest latte, whose only function is for the factory workers to communally sip from to keep them going during their continuous 18-hour shifts. Any sugar from the foam skimmed off the top of this latte will be recycled into the rest of the sugar production. While you're here, would you care for a spoonful of chocolate icing? No? More for me then. Workers now pour a big bucket of thick, white, sticky stuff into the solution. And yes, you know exactly what it is. It's sucrose crystals suspended in alcohol.
I only have the chat pulled up on the very side
you're
of
not as clever as you think you are.
the stream right
As a
now.
local bomb technician,
I could make it
carefully
bigger,
pulls
but
out
I'm
the
lazy.
settling tank's firing pins so the entire factory doesn't go up in smoke, he steals a smear of unsettled cane pulp for inspection. He smears it all on a clear glass slab, so he
Looks
can
like it tastes
approximate
good.
what it will look like later when he hires a
Looks like
prostitute
Mexican
to stand
candy.
over top of him on a glass table. A man from the White Hard Hat Gang arrives to try to sabotage the Blue Hard Hat Association's work. Using an ancient technique known as diarrhea waterfall, the rotating motor draws the molasses to the outside of the machine, while the crystals remain on the inside. The Hershey squirting is so violent, the machine drops a small stop shitting arm to let the rotating cylinder know it's getting out of control, and to knock it off. The machine pisses itself in embarrassment, which for most people is an improvement. A quick
This
rinsing
guy's
of
fucking dialogue
delousing
is
powder
hilarious.
from the delousing powder filling machine means the machine is perfectly clean and ready to filter the next batch.
I wonder what the commercial is going to be for this.
If you suffer from diabetes, you
That's
will qualify
hilarious.
to receive exclusive new medication and earn up to 6
On an episode about sugar. How dare they?
Next, Peter got himself a big scoop, and he wants to show it to you. This is raw sugar, which has a high molasses content, and is unbleached. And this is plantation white sugar, which has an extremely unfortunate name when you think about it.
Oh my god.
The factory's pet giant steel drum is now clean, and happy enough to fill itself with sugar. This spinning action helps dry the sugar and creates a
Makes me
passageway
feel like
that
I'm
is
going
blocked
this way.
until you solve a puzzle somewhere else in the dungeon. The Liga Agricola Industrial de la Cana de Azucar are the world's only producers of sugar. All other brands simply license the sugar out for temporary use. These commemorative tote bags keep business partners happy, so they won't enact antitrust laws against them. A hoist carries 3 of the bags to a platform at the end of the facility. Each bag weighs 1 ton, so that's almost 3 whole tons of sugar. The bag's anus is open, so the sugar abortion can finally begin.
Oh my god.
The sugar is put into an automated packing machine. Gary is here to monitor the machine for issues, but he currently has his headphones on, and will fail to notice when a rat falls from the ceiling into a bag. Well done, Gary. By giving the customer a free bonus with their bag of sugar, you deserve a raise.
Good job, Gary.
This landowner white sugar is available in a plethora of different packages and brands. You can also have a daily American dose served to you on an extra large plate.
Oh, you got it's funny. Alright, we'll watch a few minutes of the next one.
The electric guitar dates back to the 1920s. The original idea was to amplify
7 minutes
the
left in the
sound of an
stream.
acoustic guitar. The first commercially successful model came out in 1932. By the 1950s, the instrument underwent a radical change, its body evolving from a thin, hollow shape into a solid block of wood. An electric guitar works like this. A magnet and coil assembly called a pickup works like a mini microphone. It picks up the sound vibrations of the strings and sends them to an amplifier, which sends them to a speaker, which emits that trademark electric guitar sound. A standard electric guitar has 6 strings. But
That seems
many
just like a
modern
straightforward
guitarists,
episode so far.
especially ones who play heavy metal, Serbian polka, or classical music, opt for guitars with 7 or even 8 strings. Mastering a guitar can take thousands of hours, and even more hours beyond that to create quality music with one. Many popular bands that utilize electric guitar end up creating terrible, forgettable music that is embarrassing to listen to. This episode is sponsored by the greatest artistic achievement known to humanity, Raid Shadow Legends. Since my entire audience now plays Raid Shadow Legends, I don't need to gloves to help push planks of wood through a sawing machine. The gloves help prevent splinters and gently soften the wood. Each plank is marked by a number indicating how many guitars it will be able to produce.
Get your fucking elbow out of my calf, Lucy, Jesus.
This wood scored a 5.9 on the moist meter, so it's ready to go.
On the moist meter? What?
The wood planks are then glued together. Excuse me, I meant to say that they're glued and clamped together. Oh, my apologies. I meant to say the wood planks are glued, clamped, and squeezed together in a vise.
Lucy the dog. Making another appearance before the end of the stream.
Find an inspiration using Kayak Explorer to see everywhere you can fly on your budget. Kayak. Search one.
I'm always afraid she's actually gonna jump one of these times instead of just like putting her legs in my lap.
The Nexus 360.
I feel like she's actually gonna try to jump into my lap one of these times.
Omnidirectional tuner. Visible at every turn, from any angle, no matter where you wind up. Nexus 360, built for your next stage.
When the wood comes out, it's furiously hammered onto a holding device by a sexually frustrated factory worker. While a computer-guided cutting machine cuts the wood, the anger of the factory worker is channeled throughout the instrument, providing the guitar with its signature harsh and attacking sound. The bottom of the guitar is pleasured by an electric sander. Guitars designated for emo rock bands have a musician's razor above their ears. The guitar's asshole is also sanded down, and with that, the guitar is finished. Premium guitars also have a long wooden piece called a neck, which starts by slicing a piece of mahogany, hard rock maple, or Professor Oak in 2
Professor
using a
Oak!
diamond edge saw.
He said Professor Oak.
They glue a smaller, thinner
Oh, that was
piece of
fucking
wood
hilarious.
to a bigger piece of wood as a joke.
As a joke.
Guitarists will immediately understand this hilarious prank, while non-musicians probably won't understand its cultural significance. Adding a third piece of wood only triples the comedic value of this joke. With the guitar wood in place, the Blackfire steel mecha engine is now ready to drive the entire factory across
Got about
the
2.5 minutes left in the
wasteland
stream.
in search of the successors to Hoppo Shinken. Wood is harvested from guitar neck trees which grow in this convenient shape.
Guitar
A
neck
groove is
trees.
carved down the middle to insert the truss rod. The truss rod is used for tuning the instrument by using a screwdriver on its exposed end. Most professional guitarists give the truss rod a full turn about once a week. Next, the fretboard, which is normally where you press your fingers
I love how he
against the
just
strings to play the
throws
instrument.
in actual
But this
facts
one has
too,
some
though.
glue on top of it, and is totally ruined. Thanks a lot, Gary, you goddamn butterfingers.
Thanks a lot, Gary.
The neck, along with the truss rod and fretboard, go into a vacuum press, which was the same machine used to shrink-wrap mummies during the times of ancient Egypt. The neck is now one solid piece, and goes into a computer-guided carving machine.
What up, Brendan? We are just about to end the stream,
The
unfortunately.
machine wears a camouflage.
I'm not
of
feeling too
sawdust,
great
so it
myself
can
tonight,
sneak up on the
so we
guitar
are
neck,
calling it an
but we'll
early
just think
evening.
It's another unfinished guitar. Then, a 23-blade saw.
Glad you could stop in real
simultaneously
quick,
cuts
though.
the
Say hi.
slots for the fret wires. Some of you obsessive fans out there may have paused the video and counted all the saws, which makes you an all-American hero, because
Makes
there's
you an all-American
actually
hero.
26 saw blades. A worker firmly presses down on the back of the neck with a belt sander.
Oh, thank you, Brendan. Yeah, don't feel good, and also still waiting for the public watch hours to catch up on the page so we can monetize here on YouTube. But stopped by to say hi to y'all. Wanted to blow up just a little bit of glass, but for sure wanted to say hi. Hang out with y'all just for a few minutes. I do appreciate y'all stopping through. Thank y'all for being here. Lewis, thank you for being here. Brendan, Michael, Django, thank you. Django, I'll get your piece out probably not tomorrow, but the next day, just because that needs to cool in there, and by the time it is tomorrow, the mail person will already probably be gone. But it will go out, and I can send you tracking for it. Alrighty, friends. Oh, speaking of, shoot me your address. I don't think I ever got your address, did I? Good night, Arctic. Appreciate you, friend. Alrighty, y'all. Until next time, I will catch y'all. Again, we are not going to be on TikTok tomorrow, so if anything, we'll be back here on YouTube, maybe a little bit earlier. Alright, friends. Until then, love y'all.